Do you want to know what 5 things you have to do if your guest calls and lets you know that they have COVID? In this video, I'm going to share those with you. Are you ready? Let's go. Hi, I'm Darik with the Vacation Rental Life. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss any of this great content. So your guest calls you, just like what happened to me this past week, and lets you know that they have COVID. What are you going to do? Well, first off, you need to negotiate the checkout. You need to make sure to secure your property and get them out safely as possible. In my case, our guest was in a multifamily building, so I needed to meet them with a bag so that they can drop their keys, their parking pass, and everything that we needed to get back from them safely without having any sort of direct interaction. So I met them in the garage, opened the garage door myself with my own personal opener, and then retraced their steps so that I could make sure to disinfect everything along the way. So as soon as I got that phone call, I reached out and talked to my cleaners. I need to let them know about the situation so that they had enough time to clean, that they could prepare their schedule accordingly, and also keep themselves safe and their cleaners safe. So make sure that they had all the PPE that they needed, and most of all, clear their schedule, because we needed to make sure that every surface from top to bottom was covered. So next, after I met the guests, as I shared, I retraced their steps back up to our property. I brought Lysol wipes and made sure to touch every door handle, elevator button, everything that they may have interacted with from the time that they left my condo and got to the garage. So next, I went in safely with my own PPE. I had my mask, I had gloves, and I aired out the property. So what does this mean? I opened up the windows, I made sure the fans were on, turned on the air conditioning, and made sure that all the blinds were up so that as much sunlight and natural air could come into the property. Those are some of the most effective things that you can do to help eliminate COVID. UV light and air will help knock down all the particles and get them down to the ground where they're no longer going to put you or your cleaners at risk. So next, after I did this, we let the property dwell. What does this mean? Well, in a perfect world, you'll let the property sit for 72 hours. This may not be a possibility in your case, and this is going to be a business decision that you're going to have to make. Are you going to cancel a next guest if you have to? I can't tell you what to do there. But in our case, this worked in our favor. We actually had almost exactly 72 hours, maybe a little bit more, depending on what time the guest checked in order to clean the unit and get it ready for our next guest. So after I had got to the property, Lysoled all of the high-touch items, the remotes, the light switches, the buttons, the refrigerator door, you name it, every item that I could think that a guest would have touched, I Lysoled immediately once the guest had vacated. And I let that product dwell. I didn't wipe it off. I just let it sit. You know, when you're doing your research on the products that you're going to use in your vacation rental business, you need to make sure you understand what the dwell time is. That's important because you need to have the right product and you need to let it sit on the surface for the appropriate amount of time for it to be effective. If you just spray Lysol and immediately wipe it away, it may not have enough time to kill the coronavirus. So next, after we let the property dwell, of course, we cleaned and disinfected the property, cleaning and disinfecting every single linen, doing everything that we needed to do to prepare the property for that next guest. Lastly, and this might be the most important thing for you to remember, you need to get yourself tested. You need to protect yourself, your family, and also your future guests. If you're going in and out of all your properties, if you don't want to be a silent spreader, and if possible, quarantine yourself until you get the results of that test. So for more great tips and advice and an awesome community, make sure you check out our Vacation Rental Life Facebook group. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so that you don't miss any more videos just like this one. Most of all, don't forget to work smart, not hard, and live your vacation rental life.